I'm Tank Sinatra.
And I'm Investigator Slater.
And together we co-host a podcast called Psychopedia, which is a true crime podcast infused with comedy, making it a crimedy. Each week, Investigator Slater brings us a wild and thoroughly researched true crime case. I'm here to digest it all and react just like you probably are right there on the other side of the microphone.
Somehow, I've got to present each case with the detail and respect it deserves, while also cracking up at Tank's perfectly timed humor and thought-provoking questions.
Listen to and follow Psychopedia on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Why would my own son do that?
It's a strange world.
Jeff Lutz.
Yeah, I'm disgusted by, they want to know about me.
Me likey.
I do this show daily with someone who's frankly not too entertaining.
There you go again, Mr. Humble.
I can feel the love.
97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Stand by for action.
Welcome back. Hour number 2, the Bob and Jeff Show here on KFH Radio. If you'd like to go back and listen to any part of the show, you can do it on the Odyssey app, AUDACY, or at KFH Radio under the podcast button. Or you can find out on Twitter. Max posts the full show plus segments of the show.
Wow.
Every single day.
That's amazing.
So, if you want to hear us, and Lord knows you do, there are many options.
Well, they're hearing us right now.
Well, I'm saying if you want to.
Right, but they already
You see
are.
what I'm saying?
But they're listening right now.
I know that, but I'm saying, but if you want to.
I don't get it. If they want to,
Of course
aren't
you
they?
don't get it, because I don't want you to get it.
Well, you should want people to get it.
I don't want anybody to get anything.
Well, that's a personal issue, it sounds like.
I don't care who gets what.
Okay.
As long as I get paid at the end of the week,
Really? That's it?
I'm good.
We get paid every 2 weeks.
I get paid every week.
No, you don't.
You're not aware of that, but that's another thing that
No, I'm not aware of it, and neither are you.
if I wanted to get paid every week, I could.
I think you should try.
Well, what if I do?
Go for it. Doesn't make a difference to me.
Are you getting amped up at all for the Christmas season?
I don't know.
You put up decorations at the house?
Yeah, our tree's up already. I just like hanging out. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know how
That's
I
weird.
feel. I don't know how I feel.
What do you mean?
About the holidays. I don't know.
What?
It's different.
How?
Kid's not home. It's just, I don't know.
Well, you got an empty nest, and you guys never had a follow-up child, and here we are.
Haven't yet.
Nah, that's not going to happen. You're in your 50s, both of you.
I'd love to be an old dad.
Yeah, you keep saying that, and the years just keep ticking away.
I'm not old enough yet.
It's pretty alarming.
There's nothing to be alarmed about.
Well, I'm alarmed. Here I am without, I've got the granddaughter, but I don't have another
Well, we'll work on that for you.
grandchild. I don't know that you will.
Okay.
You don't, are you? Is that a plan?
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's not a plan.
You're in your
It's
late
not a-
60s.
It's not a plan. It's not a plan. It's not a plan.
So that's never discussed.
It's not a plan. It's not a plan.
Is it discussed?
I don't think that's. What do you think of?
No, I want an answer
what
to
do you
that
think
question.
of Kofi last
I won't
night?
answer any questions.
I won't
until
answer
get
any questions until
I get an answer.
And I'm not. No.
What was your question?
What do you think about
I don't
Kofi
care.
turning on Big E?
Predictable.
No, it wasn't. Nobody
course it
predicted
was.
that.
Of course it was.
Absolutely not.
You knew they were going to be bad guys.
No, you didn't.
Of course you did.
No, you didn't.
Absolutely.
Then why
I
didn't
did.
Then why didn't you tell me that yesterday when we talked
I
about
wasn't
it?
that involved.
Oh, so you just turned it on with bad guys.
I mean, it's time for them to do something different. You're talking about the New Day in WWE.
I made the statement.
And we're not going to talk about this long because every
know.
time I do, I get an email.
No, you don't. But I just
I do.
I wanted to make the statement. I've only made it to one person, and that's my wife. Kofi Kingston is my favorite wrestler of all time.
You'll change. Those kind of things mean
Change?
Yeah,
I'm working on a Mount Rushmore.
because that wasn't the case before last night.
Yes, it was.
You've never told me that or anybody else.
As I said, I've only told one person. And that was my
You'll
wife.
change that.
No, it won't. Well, I might, but it won't be. I won't change it to someone from the past. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Like he took the mantle away from Eddie Guerrero.
really?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know. It's been in the works. It's been building. I've loved Kofi for a long time. But I've only recently said he's my favorite.
Well, good for you.
Good guy.
Isn't it a little troubling that you're 41?
Well, he's 43. Who
Yeah,
cares?
he's making a bunch of money.
Yeah, that's good for him.
You're not.
I'd like to hang out with him. We'd probably be friends.
And by the way, can I just say this about WWE? I reached out to get some tickets for some kids in League 42. And Christine Pelekis, is that her name?
Yeah.
She's always great. She gave me an email to send my request to
Right.
with WWE, community at whatever it is.
Sure.
And I've emailed them twice with nothing.
That's unfortunate.
And I don't like that. I don't care for that. Does that make sense? I'd rather have I'm sorry we can't accommodate you at this time
Right.
email than I'm not going to get back to that.
Well, they're
guy.
not even comping tickets for their wrestlers now. And I agree that they should get back to you.
That's all I want. Whenever I send out a communication, really all I want is a reply.
Oh, man, I'm totally with you.
What do you mean?
I'm totally with you.
When do you do it?
I hate when people don't get back to me.
I do my very best to respond to every single text, email, Facebook message, Twitter message, whatever it is, however you're trying to reach me, you can pretty much bank on a response.
Yeah, I try to be the same way. In fact, somebody texts me right now, I'll get back with you.
People text me all the time.
I don't get that many, but when I do,
get a million.
It's a highlight because I get to respond, and that's my favorite.
I get a
thing.
bunch.
Of course you do.
Thank you for agreeing to that.
I saw you're up for an Odyssey Award or something.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
Congratulations.
I'm not in the world for awards.
I'll see if I can throw a vote your way. I may or may not
How'd
get
I
it.
get nominated? Did you?
Well, I don't think there was a nomination process. It's like community impact, and that's kind of pretty obvious.
Well, who put it up there?
Again, I don't
Who
know.
am I competing with?
Dara Jewel.
She's involved with the.
She does Wolfstock and
yeah.
a lot of other things.
And we give her a lot of credit.
Yeah, she's a nice person.
She's probably the favorite to win
We'll see. It's going to be close.
because isn't she in the building quite a bit? Over at
I don't think
Odyssey.
so. I don't think she is actually.
Well, I hardly ever am. So nobody over there knows me. They may know my name, but they don't know what Bob. Who? That's the response to
I
that.
think Tommy Castor made the nominations.
All right. Well, there was a day when we were in that building every day,
Yeah, several years ago.
and we went to work, and we had a good time. I got to sit down almost every day with Jack Oliver, and most days with Ted Woodward, and we got to catch up, and now these human connections. You know, if the studio at Odyssey was over on this side of town, that's where I'd go to do the show. But it's not.
It's too far
It's
away.
way over there.
Yeah, nobody lives out there.
It's a 20-minute drive at least to and from. So if I can save 45 minutes out of my day by doing this show here, of course I'm going to do that.
Yeah, and it's almost an hour for me.
Well, we're talking about
I don't
me.
care about you. Most predictable human being on earth.
Why so angry?
Not angry, but I mean, get a shtick that is.
I've got a shtick. That's what a
Updated.
shtick is.
Get a new one.
A shtick is predictable.
Get an updated.
You don't want to
shtick.
disappoint people with an unpredictable shtick. A shtick is something I'm listening to Bob today. Listen to this. Listen to this, Eunice. He's going to do something here in a minute.
Next.
It's going to be a shtick. Listen.
I don't.
And if I went outside the shtick, then I got nobody.
You can create a new act.
I don't want to create
Reinvent yourself.
Nobody-
I do every year.
What?
I reinvent myself on this show every year. What will
I
next
see
year?
nothing that indicates that that's the case.
What will next year be, I wonder?
What were you last year?
This past year?
Yeah, 2023.
Extremely confident and irreverent.
In 23. What about 22?
No, 24 is what I...
What were you in 23?
23, I was kind of moody.
And that's not in 24?
No, not at all.
22, what'd you do?
22, I kind of honed my comedic craft a little bit more.
What? You're delusional.
21, I boned up on football. I was kind of the football authority. 20, things went haywire.
You've not done much that I can tell to add to the quality of the show lately.
It's a growing repertoire that I possess. You'll miss it if you don't look for it.
Well, I think what you've done in 24 is become angrier. And I can't quite put my hand on the reason why.
Well, when you get gaslighted every day, then yeah, you get...
Who's gaslighting?
Well, you just did. You're telling me I'm angry. So now I got to feel like, am I angry? Yeah. It's just mind games, and I'm not going to fall for it.
Well, you just did.
No, I didn't.
And it's not a mind game.
Maybe you've gotten a little angry.
I don't think I have. I think I'm not angry. I don't have anything to be really angry about. Yesterday, I had 2 coaches step down in League 42.
What'd they do that for?
I don't know. But those are the things you have to deal with on the fly, man. Fortunately, I put out a SOS, and it was answered.
You got some...
Yeah, and a couple guys stepped up and said, I'll coach.
Good.
And I appreciate that. I never will take that lightly. People who do that mean a lot to me and to League 42. So if you have an interest in coaching, get with me. You know how. You can email League42Wichita at gmail.com, and we'll find a place for you. We're making good headway. We're good. We're in a good spot.
Good. Year 11 coming up?
Year 12, 11th on the field. We didn't play in 2020.
It's big.
Yeah, it's big.
It's a lot of years.
Did you ever think this would last this long? Be honest.
I don't know. I don't know that
Raise your right hand.
I don't know that I put a limitation on it.
When the idea first came out, and I'm 58 years old.
I don't know. Maybe I thought that it would last this long, but I didn't think you'd have a huge building. I didn't think you'd be renovating fields and putting turf. I don't think that was in my realm. But I don't know. It's just been a natural progression.
Well, you got to do all this.
I don't have experience with a nonprofit.
It's an experience. Let me tell you that. An experience unlike any other.
But I'm available to be on any board of any nonprofit.
No, you're not going to be on a board.
Why wouldn't I be?
Why would you be?
I mean, there are causes that are near and dear.
Go be on a board of
does the
Humane Society.
Exactly? That's what I was going to say. Do they have a board?
Get a hold of those folks.
Maybe I think I will.
Mark Eby. My wife can give you his direct number.
Oh, I can find it, but that'd be nice.
And maybe they can find a way for you to get involved with them.
Yeah,
That's
we'll see.
A passion for you.
Of course.
That seems to be a good fit for you. We'll see if you follow through.
Yeah, it's not whether I follow through or not. It's whether it's not about desire, right? It's about time, and we'll see.
Let me tell you something about time.
Yeah, but I still have to.
Important. No. If it's important enough to you, you make time.
Right, but that means eliminating something, perhaps.
Right.
Something that's important,
like sleeping on under your blankets.
Yeah, it was a nice blanket.
Maybe eliminate that.
I get good blankets for that very reason. So that
maybe eliminate that and do something for the community.
Is this not doing something for the community?
No, this isn't.
Really?
And I believe you'll have a desire to do that at some point.
I'm sure I will. I'll never have life completely figured out. I'll always hope to be moving forward in some way.
The only real thing you can do as a living person that matters is not writing a daily column, not being on the radio, not those things.
I disagree with that,
but trying to make a difference for others. That's really the only thing you can do.
Those things do make a difference for others.
They do, but you get paid big. Not big, but you get. You know what I'm saying.
Right, but a lot of things that people get paid for still provide public service.
Is writing a daily column a public service?
Yes. If people enjoy it and it helps them get through their day and it makes them think and feel, then of course. Is it curing cancer? No.
My wife informs me that Mark Eby is no longer at the Humane Society. I was unaware. Thank you for that.
Well, somebody better be. I know people at the Humane Society. I'm good. I'll figure it out.
We do the best we can here. I didn't know he wasn't there.
Yeah, who knew?
But anyway, I don't view what I do here as a huge public service.
That's all it is.
I think people enjoy it.
But that's all it is it's not a huge public service, but we wouldn't be on the air if we didn't entertain and make people feel good or whatever we do. This wouldn't exist. This is only for other people. We don't do this for us.
Well, speak for yourself.
I do.
There it is again.
I do. I'm doing it for me.
That shtick is so good.
It's one of the worst. No one's texted me either. That's
and right, because nobody agrees with you.
I was going to get back with somebody.
If we put the question out, do you want Bob to change his shtick?
80% would say yes.
Let's bring Max on.
Well, he's got to click all those buttons. He's got
to hit about 19 buttons.
We'll talk to him in 10 minutes.
Right.
And he's playing the game today, of course.
He is going to play the game, so we'll just get to it when we play the game. But remind me to ask.
I hope we forget.
Oh, there he is. Max, you with us?
I'm with you. I'm here. Tony was just Tony was just telling me about the Rudd Center and your board problem.
Yeah, we're going to get that all figured out. Should yours truly, after 9 years of this show, should I try to change my shtick?
No.
There you go.
You are who you are.
Or should I continue to reinvent and add little elements every year that people obviously notice?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because
have you noticed any difference in Jeff?
Yeah, his sense of humor is drier and funnier. I like it.
Thank you. What a human being Max is.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, it gives you a compliment. All right, time for a break. We will play the game next. The Bob and Jeff Show here on KFH.
This is the Bob and Jeff Show.
All right. What's the game? And Max, it is time to.
It's time to play the game. Time to play the game.
Time to play the game here on the Bob and Jeff Show. Jeff has a game. Max and I will compete to see who has the most knowledge in this particular area. What is the area?
Well, we got TV and movies is what is the category.
I should do well.
No, you won't.
What do you mean I won't?
It's a tough game. I'm gonna.
Why do you make them so tough?
I don't know, because I've done a million games.
People like simple games that they can play along with.
Yeah, that's true.
No, really, I'm not. Don't just blow that off.
I want to play the game. I don't need the comments from the contestants. I'll shut that down immediately.
What is it?
I'm going to first give you the television show and the year. You're going to tell me as much as you can. You're going to try to guess the network, the day, and the time that show was on.
Can't we do some cast members? Wouldn't that be more fun?
No. And then...
Well, to me it would.
Then name cast members. You're not getting any points for it. And then I will name a movie, and you're going to tell me the animal that was the main character.
Max, I think if you name a cast member, you should get a point for every cast member.
I don't care what you then
name.
You come up with a game.
You good with that, Max?
Max, don't answer that, and I'll shut it down. We won't play a game.
Okay. What's the next game?
Okay. Max, turn the music off. We're just going to make this a regular segment.
Just go.
Max, as defending champ, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first. Why not?
All right. Your television show is The Jeffersons, and the year is 1983, 84, that television season. Just tell me the network, the day of the week, and the time it aired.
Sherman Helmsley and Isabel Sanford.
-2 for Bob.
It was ABC.
Go ahead, Max.
It was ABC.
Nope. That's wrong.
Is it wrong? I thought it was ABC.
Keep going.
Because they spun off from All in the Family. All right, ABC.
Yeah, keep going.
ABC.
Wrong.
Were they? I want to say they were. They were Sunday night at 9.
9 what?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock what time zone?
Oh, Eastern.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. We live in the Central Time Zone.
He lived in the East. He lived and that's the time the show came on. From now on, though, Max, I'll need you to guess in Central Time, if at all possible. But you missed.
Can I go back and clean that up?
Well, he got
on CBS.
He got 2 correct, so he gets 2 points. Max, your movie is Babe.
A pig.
Gosh, that's so easy.
A pig.
Yeah, 3 points.
3 points?
He got 2 from the TV and 1 from the movie. Your television show from the year 1977-78 is Chips.
Eric Estrada.
-1.
Wow. Why do you keep naming the guys, Bob?
Because that's all he can do.
What's the question? What do I have to figure out?
You have to tell me the network, the day of the week, and the time.
Chips was on ABC.
Let's go.
The time?
The day and the time.
The day and the time.
Yeah.
Tuesdays at 7.
Incorrect. NBC Thursday at 8. Your movie is Black Beauty.
A horse.
There you go.
Sake.
You got 1 point.
Kind of a moron wouldn't know that.
Max, your television program is from the year 1990 and 91. The show is Coach.
Oh, Coach.
So easy.
The guy that's on who's on Young Sheldon. Coach.
Nobody cares.
I don't know. Tuesday night. I never watched Coach. NBC at 8 Central.
You get 1.
ABC at 7 Central on Monday.
Not in 1990. It was on Tuesdays at 8:30. And your movie is Racing Stripes.
Racing Stripes.
So easy.
I don't know. A horse.
Incorrect.
You saw that? You saw that movie, Bob?
Sure, I did. It's about dogs.
It's a zebra.
Nobody saw that movie.
1969-70, The Brady Bunch.
Robert Reed, Florence Henderson, Maureen McCormick.
-3.
Eve Plum.
-4.
Barry something.
-5.
Don't give me minus. This isn't the
game.
That should be the game.
It's not. And nobody.
I'm giving the listeners
nobody
what they
cares.
want.
Everyone knows Florence Henderson was in the Brady Bunch.
What year they go the Afro Bob?
You're done.
What network?
Network, day, and time. Quit acting like you don't know.
ABC. No. Yeah, ABC. Tuesdays at 7.
That was Friday, wasn't
it? ABC Fridays at 7.
Well, I got two right.
You get 2 points. Your movie is Babar.
Babar?
Babar.
Are these movies people saw?
Everybody knows what Babar is.
No, people don't know Babar. It had a long snout, but an elephant.
Yeah.
Bob Barbui.
All of a sudden, it's 4-4. Max, 1980-81. The great, what was that guy? Ed Asner, starring in Lou Grant.
Why are you giving us the people who were in it?
Because that's not the question.
I like to name the people.
Good. I'm going to name all the stars in the next one.
CBS.
Yes.
CBS. Thursday nights, 8:30 Central.
Oof. You get one. It was on CBS.
Sunday nights.
Monday.
No.
Monday, 9 p.m. Your movie is Andre.
Did anybody see these? Andre the Giant. I don't know, a dog.
Andre was a seal.
Sorry, Max. Nobody saw Andre.
I made a Facebook group about it a long time ago. Bob, 1997-98, The Nanny.
Fran Drescher. The Nanny was on CBS on Monday nights at 8 o'clock.
Incorrect. It was on CBS, but it was on Wednesdays at 7.
How are we supposed to remember that?
You're not. Happy Feet is the movie.
Happy Feet.
Yes.
Happy Feet.
Happy Feet.
Penguin.
That's correct.
Penguin. Quack,
Bob is taking the lead.
Quack, quack.
Max, from...
Did you see Happy Feet, Bob? Just tell me.
No, but I knew that movie. It was a pretty popular movie. But I haven't seen it, but I knew it was about a penguin.
Ah.
Max, from somehow 20 years ago, the show Desperate Housewives from 2004,
so easy.
2005.
That's so easy.
Friday nights.
Wrong.
9 Central. I never watched Desperate Housewives.
Wrong.
Network?
Ooh, ABC.
That's correct.
Got that. ABC Sunday night.
It was on Saturday nights back then.
No, it wasn't.
And he got the time correct.
It was never on Saturday night.
In 04-05 it was. Max,
But that's not where it made it. That's not where it's made its home.
Don't care. Max.
This is the dumbest game you've ever come up with.
Max, your movie is Flipper.
Oh,
a
God.
Dolphin.
Yeah, I gave him that just for you.
With Sandy and
if you're going to complain, I'm going to give him easy ones.
Although the first one didn't. The
Bob.
first movie didn't have Bud.
Be quiet for a minute, Max.
Bob, from 1987 and 88, the show is Married with Children.
Oh, I love that show.
Sunday, Fox, 7 p.m.
Correct. All three correct. Your movie is Dunstan.
Wait a minute. Let's take a moment.
Don't care.
To talk about that.
No, you're supposed to get right answers. Your movie is Dunstan Checks In.
Dunstan Checks In.
Yeah.
A monkey.
Well, I'll give it to you. It's an orangutan, but we'll give it to you.
That's a monkey.
Max.
Technically.
From 1972.
What's the score, by the way? I got to be blowing this thing open.
10-8.
Oh. You're cheating again.
Max, from 1972-73, the hit show Sanford and Son.
NBC. What would it be here? 7:30 Central.
What?
NBC.
What day?
Oh, Sanford and Son.
I'll never forget this.
Thursday
my dad's
night?
favorite show.
Thursday night?
That's not correct.
It is not correct. You did get the network. Came on Fridays at 7.
Gosh, I would have gotten that one.
Your movie is Free Willy.
An orca. A whale.
Yeah.
I mean, you're giving him the slam dunk.
I am, yes.
Why?
Because you're complaining, and he's not. Bob, from 2012-13, hilarious show, New Girl.
New Girl.
Yeah.
That was on Tuesdays at 7 on, was that Fox 2? Fox.
Yeah, that's correct. Mondays at 8. Your movie. What's a tough one here?
Why are you giving me the tough ones?
I didn't get that.
Your movie is Beethoven.
A dog.
Yeah. See, I gave you an easy one. You happy? Max,
All right, final round.
We'll go as many as
No, this is it. This is the final round.
Max, from 19...
What's the score going into the final round?
I don't know.
No, we want to know that. That's why we play.
12-10.
I did a triple.
Max.
I'm ahead.
From 1964-65, Bonanza.
Easy.
Oh, Sunday nights.
Easy.
NBC.
Easy.
7 Central.
Wrong. 8.
Your movie.
I mean, I'm dominating this game.
Your movie. Is it going to be an easy one? And it is Finding Nemo.
Oh, my God.
A fish.
I'll accept that.
Am I supposed to know what kind of
So what's the
fish?
score?
The clownfish.
Oh.
Max has 13. Bob, 12.
This is so rigged. Final one. Look at you. You're going down your list. You're finding the hardest one you can.
Yeah, none of them are
Instead
that.
of Bonanza.
None of them are that difficult.
I only knew
Let's
Bonanza,
go.
Bob,
This
because I just read Tim Matheson's book. That's the only reason why I knew it.
The next one is probably the most difficult.
The internet isn't.
Go.
No, it isn't. From 1984-85, Falcon Crest.
CBS. $9 p.m. Friday night.
Correct. Gosh dang it.
Look at that, Bob. Bob watching Falcon Crest. Who was in that, Bob? Was that,
Donna Mills.
yeah, Donna
Joan
Mills.
Collins. Yeah.
Donna
Your
Mills.
movie is Ted.
Donkey.
Nah.
Oh, he's a
It's
talking
a teddy bear.
But I won.
You
He
did.
did, unfortunately.
Donna
Although
Mills
once
was
I take
something,
away
Bob,
the
and-
points,
Play Misty for me.
Yes.
once I take the points away that you lost by not following the rules, Max
I
wins.
surprised you with Falcon Crest, I'm sure.
A little bit. What show did it come on after?
Dallas.
Yeah, that's correct.
And then Knots Landing was a part of all that stuff, too.
Might have been eventually, but not then.
All right,
don't
we'll
think.
take a break. Another winner. Another dinner
Max
winner.
won.
Thank you all for listening and your support of me in these games. I wanted to mention the sadness that a lot of people are feeling about the passing of former Kansas State player and coach Dana Dimel, who passed away in his sleep overnight. He had been a football coach for a long time. After his playing career ended, he started as a graduate assistant at Kansas State in 1987, was at K-State for about 10 years, concluded his run there as offensive coordinator, was really in on the ground floor of everything that Bill Snyder did to turn that program around. And then Dana went ahead and got a head coaching job at Wyoming, a head coaching job at Houston, returned to K-State for a time from 2009 to 2017. Long coaching career, still a young man at the age of 62. Sad about the passing of Dana Dimel. So wanted to get that mentioned. Aroldis Chapman headed to the Boston Red Sox on a 1-year deal.
He got a lot of money. I didn't.
He's been around forever.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
It's going to be a weird case for him.
It's a weird case. There's been no one like him. But you remember when he came up with the Reds, which seems like I was a young person. when he came up with the Reds, we hadn't seen anybody who threw that hard.
Is this going to be his 20th year in the bigs?
Something like that. And he's still striking out a bunch of people. He's averaged 14 strikeouts per 9 innings throughout his career. There's been no diminished fastball. He's still hitting triple digits. How does that happen?
Well, it's diminished because when you start out throwing 106 and you throw 99, that's still pretty viable. And that's why he's still.
Is that your contribution?
14.8.
That's what I just said.
Strikeouts per 9. Yeah, I don't know. Is he a Hall of Famer?
He's an absolute Hall of Famer.
20.8 career WAR.
Innings pitched.
760.
Hits.
447.
I mean, think about that for a minute. Strikeouts.
1246.
You're answering your own question.
I mean, I think he is, but will voters?
Yes. He's one of the most dominant pitchers in baseball history. What's his career ERA? Now,
Billy Wagner's WAR is 27, and he's having tough time.
He's having a tough time, but he'll get in. Aroldis Chapman may not get in the first ballot, and the one thing that will hold him back is his command. He walks a lot of people.
And his off-the-field stuff.
Right, but he walks a lot of people. And that will be a hindrance. But, yes, he's a Hall of Famer.
I hope. I'd like him to be.
And so is the great Dick Allen, who's up for the Veterans Committee, and we'll find out this weekend, I believe, that Richie Allen, Dick Allen, formerly of the Phillies, where he made the biggest name, but went over to the Cardinals, had a good run in St. Louis, too.
He was a great player. I wish baseball did...
Who'd we trade for Dick Allen?
I wish baseball did what football does. If you were great in football, it didn't matter if you were great for 3 years or 10 years or 5 years or 20 years. Right? Terrell Davis is in the Hall of Fame. Tony Baselli's in. Gale Sayers. All these guys who didn't have long careers but obviously were great. We don't do that in baseball. Don Mattingly doesn't get to go to the Hall of Fame.
We do a little bit more of it now with the Veterans Committee. Dick Allen never got particularly close with the Riders, but he's going to get in. He's a former MVP, and he was. Gosh, I want to find the trade to Cardinals. Where do I get? Why can't I just get to this stuff? Here it is.
Transactions right there.
Traded by the Phillies with Jerry Johnson and Cookie Rojas, former Royal.
Yeah.
To the Cardinals on October 7th, 1969, in the big trade. For Byron Brown, Curt Flood. That's the one where Curt Flood said, no, I'm challenging the reserve clause. I'm not going to Philadelphia. This trade does not have my blessing.
How's the trade happen on October 7th?
Joe Horner and Tim McCarver. Curt Flood refused to report to his new team.
Can you explain that?
Which meant that the Cardinals then had to send Willie Montañez to the Phillies instead of Flood, and Willie Montañez had a pretty good run in Philadelphia.
Not as good as Curt Flood.
Not as good as Curt Flood, but a good player.
You didn't answer my question.
I don't know what your question is.
How can there be a trade on October 7th?
Because times were different then.
Wasn't that during the playoffs probably? Or
I don't know when it was.
There was no trade deadline?
There's no trade deadline. You find a trade you want to make, you make it. Willie Montañez had 1,600 hits in his career. Not bad.
That's pretty good.
It's good to remember Willie Montañez. Takes me back to another time.
Trade deadline has been in effect since 1986.
You make a trade. That was a blockbuster trade. Getting Dick Allen over to St. Louis was huge.
Yeah.
And I was a very happy 14-year-old boy.
Probably felt like he was a future Hall of Famer
when that happened. The Cardinals, only 1 year in St. Louis. Then they traded him to the Dodgers. And I believe that was for Reggie Smith.
Might have been.
No, it wasn't. He was traded to the Dodgers for Ted Sizemore.
What's so funny?
Sizemore was a good player, but he's not Dick Allen.
Well, Dick Allen, he was not well beloved by a lot of his teams.
He was only in L.A. for a year. They traded him to the White Sox for Tommy John.
That's a big one.
So this guy was involved in some interesting trades. All right, I'd love to talk about that for another 2 hours. I know our listeners would love to hear me break down
they absolutely
the Dick Allen
would.
Trades. That's why they tune in.
Give us one more.
No, I don't have any more.
That was it?
Traded by the Braves for Barry Bonnell.
Huh.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow.